Hey guys again, this is another bit for the continuous magnetic gate. This is a drawing, sorry about fidgeting there, and that. Right, this is a drawing, a rough representation again of how things are going to be orientated. Just going to take you through this. This will be the core, this will be stationary. I've made it brown as it's currently made of wood. So I've kept to that. These show the magnet orientations about which side is which. Let's say red is north, blue is south. It's probably the way around, so I'll go blue north, red south. These will be segmented magnets stuck all together really tightly, or repelling each other but stuck down so they can create a continuous field. And obviously on the opposite side, the other field corresponding, again, the outer core with its setup as well. On the inside here then, the light green represents what would be the whole rotor as a whole piece covering all of this with a bearing in the middle that spins above these two, the inner and outer piece. So I've coloured that light green just to help a little. The dark green would be my ideas of where the magnets would be, or how many I could use and what positions I could have them. It's orientated like this because I used a star symbol from Microsoft Paint to point out the 5 points, then create another one, rotated it by 90 degrees, which gave me these gaps. Now the magnets, I don't know if they have to be this big, ideally, or maybe I'll get more power out of it or such. It's all wishful thinking at this point, really. So obviously the dark green would represent the magnets underneath the rotor. These would also be orientated as where this one is, it would be the opposite, so it would be red on the inside, blue on the outside, because now it's in the attraction phase, being the widest point, and the smallest point down here. It's actually quite hard to see, to be honest, but that is offset. Again, it's got to be more exaggerated, I guess. For now, I've got it like this because it's a bit easier to work with. But yeah, as this one here, it would be north and south, so it would tract round, along with this one being inside the attraction point. It try to find itself to the strongest point, which is here, giving a forward magnetic pull this way. As for this one, which is at the end, I guess used by this example, given its length, it would probably pull more to about here when it wants to sit. At that point, it would be in the repulsion side, but with initial force applied to it to pull it over to where about this one is. Well, about there, but use that one as example. To push it across, the majority of forces will be repelling, and given that these two would have moved around a bit more, being given stronger attraction forces, wanting to turn it this way, this one now wants to push that way, along with these ones also being in the repulsion stage of pushing this way, given a 4-to-1 ratio of turning that way. Attracting or repelling in this round circular motion. Obviously when that magnet's just there, it's given a 5-to-0, as in all 5 are in stages of movement. Given that this is force applied over a distance, gives velocity of mass, gives in kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is used to push through the repulsion side, but given that only 1 out of 4 will meet the repulsion side, whilst the other 4 are pushing against it, really, given that all these are the same strength, that would be a 4-to-1 push, hopefully giving it the ability to push through the repulsion and continue on. Right, so as I was drawing away, completely forgetting the numbers I was using to actually measure it. These light blue are perspex, basically. I'm going to get some 1.5 mil or this is to scale. These are 3mm thick. That's 1.5mm. And the magnet there is 3mm thick too. I'm gonna soften up some Perspex sheet, which I've watched on YouTube, and actually create additional supports for the magnets that will be set. Why am I using my hand? Will be set level with the other magnets. So there we are. So it's going to be a cross section of the inner core, the rotor bit, and the outer core, but they're all going to be level. So it's not going to be like the outer core above here or a longer magnet or down here, because I found it does dampen some of the field because the magnets are so strong. Obviously the other side of the field is being forced round, kind of is, and it dampens the actual overall output of this. If they're all dead level, then it has no choice but to act upon the forces acting upon it. So as I was going to say, coincidentally, which is quite lucky again, I got these two sat on here, and my lighter and Rizzler. But working through, I knew I had measurements of certain things. It clicks inside my head weirdly, but it's like, I know I've got something like that, and well, this is what I can do with Microsoft Paint as it is to scale. There I go. I know that 9.3 to 9.6, I can get 15 magnets per side, around 30 in total with no gaps. This is 9.5 given, but this will allow me a more accurate measurement, because again, my original creation of the 9.3 with the additional bits to fill out the magnet, I think bumps it up to 9.6, but 9.6 to pi doesn't come out as 30, it comes out as something like 29 or so. Yeah. And basically the 9.5 might actually be exactly what I want, even though I've marked this actually up as 9.6. But yes, yeah, some inaccuracies, but mostly accurate. And as you see, a hard drive rotor goes exactly to the center. Coincidentally, luckily. Next one, my good XP. Yes, never leave home without it. Well, I do, but right. Now the size of the size of the CD, the compact disc, again exactly corresponds to the full size of the rotor. Yep, as it is. Again, dumb luck, me just doing my thing, drawing and forgetting the maths. I've actually accurately got this and this being as part of the actual sizes for this design anyway. So if I want to just cut around the CD, or use a marker pen, and then cut around it, and voila, done. I've even got a centre bit that I can mark up to. Same with that one. Using that one, narrowing it down even more if I want to put markings for a bearing or something. So lucky number 2. And lucky number 3, this is a Connex gear that I used previously for something else, but as you can see, it's got no teeth because I just cut them all off and ground them all off. And well, blah. This corresponds, sorry about the camera, but this actually fits right on the inside. If I can hold it straight. Yeah, this fits right on the inside of the inner size of the magnets. Obviously, you can still see the blue and red ring because they are where the magnets sit. But again, if I want to reinforce these as I'm building them, I just shove that in the middle and then use that as a means of holding it in place whilst I do what I do to actually put all the repelling magnets right next to each other. So how lucky is that? In the core piece with the magnets going around the outside, so possible maximum size of the rotor, and supports for the external magnets. All I have to do is put 3mm or use a thick marker pen. It's very simple. So you put a board around this and then cut around that, around what the black marker has left, not into the black marker but outside of it, and it will give me the, so draw a circle, draw a circle, cut in where the marker pen is, as in cut out the marker pen. I know that my jigsaw blade is 3mm thick, lucky me. My magnets are 3mm thick, which will give me an exact sizing for this and a space, very tight, firm fit for the magnets. So currently I'm waiting on I'm actually waiting on the perspex that I'll be using to reinforce this, and I've also ripped off my core again, stripped it down, sanded it down. It's not quite there. I've took off 1.5mm because I forgot that obviously I want 3mm either side. The bit of perspex I've got is 3mm thick, which will be, as you can see, filling where the brown gap is. Once I made it a bit bigger, so it'll be 3mm, give me a nice smooth, obviously I'll use a little sandpaper to rough it up so it'll stick better, but give me a nice consistent surface, unlike obviously wood, given that when the glue absorbs this, it expands, it chips, it breaks, it does all the wonderful stuff, but basically I can make a perspex core, and if I want to, which I was thinking about doing, is placing on top of this with the use of resin, because this is only so high and my magnets are just that high, that I can put on the top here means of adding a tapered bearing, so that I can basically stabilize this more. Using a normal bearing, there's rock, and over that distance the rock in the bearing is like that, and it was dragging on the original design. So using a tapered bearing, obviously it's a 45-degree angle bearing with roll pins around the outside, and they're much more stable basically, and they can take a lot more force, which this, given that I don't want it to come this way, I might make it slightly lower so it does tug the whole rotor firmly down and holding it in place more. But yeah, this is as I'm just dwindling on time because I'm waiting for the stupid perspex, which takes a week. That makes sense. I got my engine in. I got a 6.5 horsepower engine under my bed. It only took like 3 or 4 days. But now I have to wait a week for little strips of perspex. So in that time, I'm just designing stuff. So okay, yeah, that's as it stands so far. Lucky me. Hopefully my luck don't run out whilst building this, and so far so good. Okay then guys, thanks for watching. Sorry about the camera, probably moved about all over the place. I completely forgot. Have a nice evening. I'll see you all later.